5 years has passed since we have done a Doctor Who collection update. Now things are going to be a little bit different here because due to unforeseen circumstances, I had to sell off half of my collection. It was something I did not want to do, but it happened. And I'm happy to say the Showcase series is back with a little twist, which I am calling Rebuilding the Collection. And even though there's going to be other things showcased in the Showcase series, the main theme of this series is the completion of the Target Hardback range. This is something that I've always wanted to achieve. Could I have achieved it if I didn't sell my collection, or half of it, 3 years ago? Potentially. That doesn't seem out of the wind. That doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility. But let's do this. We will be completing the Target Hardbacks, but as well, we'll be showcasing other stuff along the way just to add some variety. I'm not really going to change how I do the showcase videos. It's going to be how we are all familiar with the good old radiator in the background. Not going to change the formula of it, add different editing and all that. I'm going to keep it a bit of nostalgia. We have got DVDs to have a little bit of a throwback to my early showcase videos, along with, of course, Target Hardbacks, with some surprises along the way, of course. You know me and how the showcase videos go down. So as I stated, I am collecting the Target Hardbacks. I will complete them, and because I haven't really seen a video on them, well, I have seen videos on them, but a collection video just solely focusing on them, something I haven't seen. I've seen full collections, but not on YouTube. So let's sort that out, shall we? But here we have Target Hardbacks. We'll be leaving the corner by there. We'll start with the Target Hardbacks first, go over some DVDs, and then a few surprises along the way. And this will be, I put them in rarity order, and the first one that I got from eBay, I can't remember how much I got it for, maybe like £15. It is The Mind of Evil. And it's in nice condition. I didn't care if this was a non-X library or an X library because it doesn't go for much. You will not have any trouble getting The Mind of Evil in both X library or non-X library, it doesn't matter. But we have the original page. If the original page is gone from a Target Hardback, that is an indication that it was an X library. A lot of people remove the front page. It doesn't have this page, a blank page. It's an indication that it's an X library in the past. But then I think people get rid of it to be rather sneaky and fool people to believing that it is a non-X library. It's happened before. But I'm happy that the pages aren't yellow. They look pretty they look brand new. It's just library stickers here and there. I can see a little bit damaged right there. But again, not too chuffed. I'll probably give this an 8 out of 10 overall in condition. The only thing I'm a little bit fussy on with the spine, I'm going to sort that out personally. A little bit of a sticker by there. A non-X library of The Mind of Evil can range from £20 to £50. That's just an average estimate that I have seen with this book. The Mind of Evil, personally as a story, it's one of my favourites. Again, it's been years since I have watched the John Pertwee era, so it's difficult to say at the moment, but it is The Mind of Evil. It is Terrence Dick. Next, Target Hardback. This is again an X Library copy. I couldn't really pass up £15 for this one. I thought it was too much of a steal. I would give the condition maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10. That is the Armageddon Factor. Stay up, you. That is the Armageddon Factor, as I was saying. There's the front cover. There's the spine. Again, we have another library sticker by there. There's little dents here and there. Library stamp there, 20p originally. Actually, no library stickers. I actually like it when there's no library stickers on the introduction page of the story. That kind of always bothers me a little bit. And there's the sticker. Again, the paging isn't too yellow, and the more issues I see is on the back and the front of the book. Just little bulges in colouring here and there. A non-X library edition, you're probably going to have to do a little bit of hunting. Some people have been a little bit outrageous when it comes to getting this one. Over £100. You can get it under £100 if you're patient, believe me. Again, £15 for this. Couldn't pass it up. If I find a replacement non-X library for it, I will, and it is a good price for it, I will replace it. But for the time being, X library of the Armageddon Factor. And beyond me, I cannot remember anything about the Armageddon Factor. I know the villain and whatnot, but as a story, I've only watched it maybe once or twice. My mind's a little fizzy on it. The Armageddon Factor. Now we're going to get a little bit more interesting now, because we've got some non-X libraries coming up, and this one, I think I generally got a bargain for it. This was £30 non-X library. Some people have paid double or even triple. People are mad on this because the Target Hardbacks are a special niche when it comes to collecting Doctor Who books. They have their own kind of title, but everyone wants to complete this range and kind of show off a little bit. Yeah, that is Doctor Who and the Ambassadors of Death. £30 for a non-X library of the Ambassadors of Death. That was a bargain. That was a steal. Some people, again, there's a little bit of a pattern going on here with these non-X library. Some people pay extortionate amount of money for these books. I think the most recent one, which I think was ridiculous, actually two, was the Web of Fear, which was the W.H. Allen version, not the Wingate, which went for £600 in America, and then Doctor Who and the Mutants, Alan Wingate, which went for £440. Can you get it cheaper than those prices? Absolutely. And I'll give you a little bit of a tip here. I was off on holiday, and sometimes sellers ends the list timing in very awkward places. This ended when pretty much everyone is working. That's why no one did a bid on it, and why I stole it pretty much for £30. Sellers, you've got to take advantage of this, because sometimes sellers do not put good end times on their listings to get the biggest amount of money and profit. So they are, it's a little bit of, I guess, ignorance when it comes to these Doctor Who books. Because if you put it on like Friday, 6 or 7 o'clock when people are home, you know what's going to happen. People are going to go crazy. People usually always bid at the last minute or last few seconds. For me, it wasn't a battle at all. It was just me alone in the page. But yes, as I stated, non-X library. Gorgeous condition. I'm really chuffed with this. Light on it a little bit. That is a gorgeous spine. Maybe just a little bit of a bump there, as you can see, but I am not gonna cry about it. I mean, there's nothing to cry about. Again, over the page. The original page in there hasn't been ripped out. And no library stickers. And again, sometimes they sneak them at the back, so always check the back as well, because they can sneak library stamps at the back. Beautiful, beautiful book. Probably I won't say the best. I think it's tying with another one, which we'll see that rather soon. Yeah, that's the Doctor and the Ambassadors of Death. I would say Inferno and Spearhead, maybe even Silurians, kind of overshadows the Ambassadors of Death, which is a shame, because I think every single season 7 story, from memory, and again it's been years, but I doubt my ratings and feelings are going to change on these stories. They're just classics, and a lot of people, season 7, one of the best. That is a near mint condition non-X library of the Ambassadors of Death for £30. Some people pay over 100. I think you're silly if you do that. Be patient and take advantage on listings with a little bit of weird times. You will even get someone to fill in your place to bid it, even though I did it myself. That is Doctor Who and the Ambassadors of Death. So we've had 3 W.H. Allen hardbacks. We are now going to end it with an Allen Wingate hardback. Again, it's because the seller listed the Target hardback at a very awkward time, and I scooped it up for £30. I had checked previous listings, even ex-library copies of this. People, it ranged from £60 to £150. I think that's mental because I got it for 30. So again, be patient and a little bit more smart about it. Doctor Who and the Deadly Assassin. I love the artwork of this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. Not on par with the condition of the Ambassadors of Death. I can tell you that straight away. A little bit more harder to get a mint condition Wingate because they usually all went to libraries. But again, not every print run did. There's the Allen Wingate logo, a little bit scuffed. But again, it's common, not all the time, Wingate books were reprinted. The impression was a W.H. Allen. Like the Web of Fear, like Pyramids of Mars. And this is a... Now, this can indicate, if just ignore these stamps for a moment. If you saw this and the original page is gone, which I can tell you it is, that is an indication of an ex-library. So the original page is gone, ripped out. Again, I'm happy there's no library stickers here. There's a little bit of a, I can probably see coffee stains on this edition. Library stamp there. I'm going to check the back. Again, library stamps, actually none on these, which I am happy to say. Yep, no library stamps here. I would give this like a 6 or 7 out of 10 when it comes to the condition of it. Happy to scoop it up for £30. Again, it's a little bit of an elusive Allen Wingate hardback. In the few months that it's been, only 2 or 3 have popped up, so it's a little bit elusive, this one. But yeah, that is the Allen Wingate of Doctor Who and the Deadly Assassin. So we're going to switch things up a little bit, and we're going to move on to some DVDs. This can be a little bit of a throwback for everyone with the early showcase videos. I was originally thinking about getting them in Blu-ray, but to add some homage to the early showcase videos and to make it look good with the rest of my DVDs, I got them in DVD. Now they're all Patrick Troughton animations. So I've got Macra Terror. I'm sure I'm going to get all of these on screen. The Faceless Ones. And Evil of the Daleks. We'll start with these 3 first because that's all I can fit on screen. I have watched the Macra Terror. I have watched the Faceless Ones, and I'm halfway through Evil of the Daleks. I might have already announced this on my community page of the channel. Because the First Doctor ranking video, even though it was over 2 hours long, I was not sure what the reception would be on it. It was overwhelmingly positive. People wanted to see wanted the series to continue. It was originally just going to be a one-off, if I'm honest. But I've got the motivation to do the Patrick Troughton Second Doctor era, so it's happening. I'm just not going to say anything on these stories, not the stories, but I will discuss the animations. I thought the animation of the Macra Terror was decent, and I watched it in black and white. The reason why I watched it in black and white and not color is because I wanted to get the atmosphere from the story. Because on audio, Macra Terror is very atmospheric, so that's the reason why I watched it in black and white. I did the same thing with the faceless ones, and I thought that animation, you can see I can see where they tried to cut corners and save budget, because they didn't have a lot of time when it comes to producing these animations. They came to like splurging them out a little bit. And even the Daleks, I am halfway through. But in terms of ranking and rating these stories, I'm not saying a thing about it, because it's going to spoil the second Doctor ranking video. No official release date at the moment. But yeah, I got them in DVD, so they just match on the shelf rather than Blu-ray. And of course the recent, or quite recent, Abominable Snowmen and Fury from the Deep. I haven't watched these stories yet. I am, as I said, on Evil the Daleks halfway through. The Abominable Snowmen, as a story, that's always been in its younger brother's shadow. The Web of Fear has always overshadowed it. You see how it turns out on animation. I've only experienced it on audio, and it hasn't been a lot of times. Fury from the Deep. Now, I gotta be honest, I have seen clips of the animation and I'm a little bit concerned. Because Fury from the Deep is such an atmospheric, claustrophobic story, I have seen these very wide screen shots where Fury from the Deep is so open, and it feels like that is completely detracting what Fury from the Deep's atmosphere, what was established. And sometimes the animation, I say this with the Macra Terror, I can say it with the faceless ones, especially with the Macra Terror when it comes to the Macra, they kind of overblow it a little bit. Maybe it's not very faithful to the era, but yeah, I am a little bit concerned with Fury from the Deep. I feel like it's going to detract a lot of the atmosphere, because it works damn well on audio, and I think it would work damn well if it existed. I am a little bit concerned, but we'll see. So that was the DVDs. Now, I said I talked about a little surprise at the end. One of the most exciting things people enjoyed about the channel was unboxing rare Doctor Who goodies. Rare Doctor Who books, to be precise. Now, some crazy person on ABE Books has listed a non-X library of this book for £950. Is it worth £950? No, it is not worth that. And if you pay for that, then you are an absolute moron. It's at most a non-X library, just above £100. That's the actual value of the book. So some people they don't actually understand the value when it comes to these books, and they completely overblow it. But it's on the same level of the Ambassadors of Death. In rarity, I would say it's about the same. It's about the same. There is a Wingate alternative. Well, I wouldn't say alternative. It was the original publisher of this book. This is the alternative. If I find the original, and I probably will, I will definitely get it if the price is right. Some people are a little bit crazy with it. So let's unbox this bad boy. So yes, this is a non-X library. Pretty much, from what I was told from the cover and the description from the listing, near mint condition. Not perfect, like a 9 out of 10. It is Doctor Who and the Auton Invasion. W.H. Allen non-X library. I had a little bit of a fight for this one. Some people wanted to grab their hands on this one. Bid war wise, it ranges from £50 to £150. Some people can be a little bit nuts with this one, but it appears far more than the Wingate, which I can say in 2022 appeared about 3 times. But I'm only counting eBay statistics alone now. So this is a gorgeous Autumn Invasion WH Allen hardback. Even though I got the WH Allen already, if I get the Wingate and it's for a good price, I'll get it. Spine, lovely spine. Again, just a tiny bump on the spine. There's the back. They're gonna have an open up. Got the original price up there for £1. I don't know what that actually says. I can't read the handwriting. Just a little bit of I can see a little stain by that. That looks it's got the original page, which indicates it's not ex-library. Again, no stamps. The pages are like perfect. They are almost perfect. I thank the seller for like really taking care of his hardbacks, because the majority of the ones he was selling, they were in very good condition, so I was happy about that. So yeah, it's not as infamous than the Wingate version, which people fight over and go crazy and have big wars and whatnot. This one appears a couple of times. It just goes for the high prices. I paid like 50 quid for it, so I was in a little bit of a fight with this one. But again, that might have been the list timing of this one, because this was on a Wednesday, I do believe, in the evening, so people will finish work, so people are probably going to fight over it. But I actually paid the cheapest price for it in the months that it was listed. People paid 70, 80, over £100 for it. So would I call it a bargain? I paid the least amount of it, but it's come up so far. But you can, if you are lucky, you can get it lower. I guarantee that. But the person who listed on ABE Books for 950, you're smoking something. I don't know what it is, but keep it away from me. So yeah, that was the unboxing of Doctor Who and the Autumn Invasion. But we got one more, ladies and gentlemen. One more Target hardback. No more surprises. This is, or no more sneaky conclusions. This is the last one, and I think it's my best find out of the lot. It's probably the most difficult Target hardback. Might be joint with another one from this particular Doctor's era. That's both ex-library and non-ex-library. It's very rare for a particular reason. Even its paperback equivalent, it's rare because because it went through unfortunate manufacturing issues and the print run was affected. They just the print run is rather low compared to other editions, both Target hardback and paperback. So I couldn't really compare prices of how much it's gone for, because I found no listings of this hardback on eBay in 2022. I couldn't find any statistics to go by, so I can't really give you a rough estimation and an average of how much people have paid for this book this year. But I know it's one of the most hardest ones to get because of certain rarity attached to it, with print run problems. It's definitely my favourite find. Story-wise, people don't care about it too much, but I'm happy to get the hardback. Maybe the Target novelization is even better than it. This is Doctor Who. Oh, wait a minute, it's not the book I actually think it is. I just realised I've got one more Target hardback waiting. This is not what I thought it was. This is actually Doctor Who and the Android Invasion. I was hyping up this hardback as something that hasn't even arrived yet. I completely forgot I ordered this. Okay, we got Doctor Who and the Android Invasion, so I'm not sure how this is going to affect the video publishing now, because this was originally scheduled for the 24th of December. But a certain Target hardback hasn't arrived yet, and I completely forgot I ordered this book. I believe I paid £30 for this one. It's come up a few times, the Android Invasion. You can get it from the £30 to £50 range. Some people have gone a little bit overboard and paid over £100 for this one. This one is an ex-library copy, I think it is. Well, yeah, it is an ex-library. This is a sticker there. This is a WH Allen. This is one of the earliest Target hardbacks that was printed. The spine exactly like a Alan Wingate, but there's no Alan Wingate edition of this. It was just published as a WH Allen. There's the back. That is probably the worst thing about this hardback edition. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But anyway. But yeah, I was more than aware of this. It just looks worse in person than it does on the camera. There's the front page, library sticker. Again, happy there's no sticker there because I don't really like it when there's a sticker there. It came from Essex Country Library. Pages are slightly yellow compared to other installments. Oh, I feel like such an idiot because I was hyping this up for a Target hardback, which wasn't even the Target hardback I was expecting it to be. Anyway, so I'm going to have to re-edit this and hype up the final hardback at a later date because it's not arrived yet. But yes, that is Doctor Who and the Android Invasion. So I'm going to do a little bit of a cut and go to the third unboxing. It was never supposed to be a third unboxing. I was never intending this to be an unboxing. It was just going to be showcased with the Mind of Evil, Armageddon, in fact, the Ambassadors of Death, and the Deadly Assassin. So I completely forgot I ordered this. So yeah, Doctor Who and the Android Invasion. Now, unfortunately, even though I hyped it up so much, it's not going to arrive with the release date I gave this video. So it'll be given its separate video, this Target hardback I've been hyping up. It is one of the rarest Target hardbacks out of the entire collection of them. So it'll be in its separate video, and I might do it at the end of the year. Let's hope. So I hope you enjoyed this collection update, number showcase 55, 56. It will be that rare Target hardback, or extremely rare Target hardback. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Of course, have a good one.